How do you talk with your teens about what happened in Las Vegas? You know, middle schoolers and high schoolers are vastly different, so this will look a little bit different from one age group to the next. But let's take middle schoolers, for example. Of course, you want to acknowledge it. You need to bring it up and address it because this gives them permission to speak about it, to speak with you about it, to share about what they've heard. Some things you don't want to do. You don't want to try and set them down and shut them down. You don't want to tell them they're wrong. You don't want to give too much information going into extreme detail about some of the loss of life and trauma that was experienced. What you do want to do is you want to set the stage. You want to bring up the topic and let them know that they can talk about this here. Ask them if they have any questions, especially if you're able to do this in a small group setting. Ask them what they know about it. Ask them about different things that they've heard. Well, how did that make you feel? What was your experience with that? Some of them may have heard or seen things that aren't factually accurate. So while you should know your facts, that doesn't mean that you need to share all of them with the teens. But you want to give them a place that they can talk about it, that they can ask questions. And you want to be honest with them. You know, sometimes the teens will ask, well, could something like this happen here? And instead of being like, no, that'll never happen here, we'll be fine. You need to be truthful and say, you know, it could. We never know what's going to happen tomorrow. But then always turn it back to the faith. So what do? Well, we can pray for them. We don't know. I mean, I could die tomorrow. Okay. So do you tell the people you care about that you love them? Are you right with the Lord? Have you been to confession recently? Do you need to forgive someone? Maybe even if you're able to within your youth group, have each person select one of the victims' names and pray for them specifically, for them and their family. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about addressing this and speaking with your youth group about it. But most importantly, do it with a heart of love, passion, care, and tenderness. Many of these teens may have experienced a loss of life or a loss of a loved one in their life, whether it's family, friends, even a pet, something that struck them and really impacted them. So be open and honest with them. Be truthful. You don't know all the answers, and that's okay. And feel free to share, encouraging scripture verses such as Wisdom chapter 3, or the teaching of the resurrection of Christ, the hope of eternal salvation that we have, and the importance that we continue to live our lives for Christ and to strive for holiness, for we know not the day nor the hour. God bless you.